recording. And then...
Can you cut that off?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, just saying.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I was thinking this wouldn't be a bad idea.
Uncensored?
Uncensored. Why not?
Unapologetically us.
It's all about us.
Hey, everybody.
And the age gap.
Can't get better than that.
Exactly.
So, hey, everybody. We're so excited to be doing this today. We're first going to start off by introducing ourselves so that you get to know us on a more deeper and more personal level. Go ahead and start, co-host.
And we would love to get to know you. So I'm Yoli. I'm 56 years old.
I'm Maribel. I'm 17 years old.
And we're best friends.
No other words to that. Just we're best friends. Age gap is... We wanted to talk about age gap because age gap friendships are not something that should be kind of criticized or just thrown to the side. It's real and it can't happen, and it can happen. It's not something that is typical, but we make it work in the best way possible, and we're so happy that we're friends.
And we just want to show everybody that it doesn't matter, your age, your color, your race, we can all be friends, as long as you have something compatible, something you could talk about, something that, is of interest. And as long as you are able to be honest with each other and be able to, take in some positive criticism, age doesn't really matter.
Yep. And so we also wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about us. So I am a high school senior. I'm entering my senior year now. I want to go into fashion journalism. I want to attend the University of Miami after I am done with my senior year. And eventually I'd like to end up working at Vogue or somewhere in New York that provides me with an outlet to showcase what I got and what I can provide to the journalism world.
And I am a real estate broker here in the state of Florida. I own my own company. I also do property management. I do events. And I am also a United States Navy retired with 24 years of service. And am very proud of saying that a year now, as of August 1st, I am 100% United States Navy veteran.
There claps. I'm clapping. So the big burning question is, how did we become friends? And honestly, I probably cannot answer this as well as she can because I don't remember, because I didn't have reason. I was like 1. So
she was actually newborn because her parents owned a food truck that I used to go and have the best pan con bistes. They were in Polk County, and her mom was actually pregnant with her. And when she was born, I pretty much became, automatically her best friend. I actually bought her first dress, which she used to come out of the hospital. And as years went by, I saw her keep growing, and I became her godmother.
The funny story is, so my parents were looking for a house. And it's funny because we did not plan this at all whatsoever. My parents were looking for a house and they had not talked in a little bit. But at the end of the day, we ended up sort of moving across the street from each other without even realizing that we were moving across the street from each other. So as life would have it, that kind of also became a gateway into our friendship. And it kind of like brought us all closer together. We're very tight-knit, as all of us.
And to include that, when she moved across the street, even though I knew she was moving across the street because I saw her dad come to see the house. And as soon as I saw him, I went and right away said, hey, I could write up the contract. You could live here. We could be closer to each other. I can help with Maribel and things like that. So I was super excited that they were buying this house across the street, which is amazing because our houses are like the last the last house on the road. So it was like perfect. She was very shy. She didn't dance in front of people. She didn't sing in front of people. Actually, she was embarrassed of me at first.
That's a dark time in my life. Honestly, it's this friendship, which is also another lesson as to age gap friendships being kind of the best. So when I was younger, I didn't really have like the public speaking skills or just the desire to kind of like move forward the way that I have right now. And I can say that our friendship has really encouraged that, because now I'm like out there. I love talking to people. I love socializing, and it's mostly because of her. I'm not gonna lie.
And the beauty of it is she's been so grateful. And since she was a little girl, I noticed that, the easiest and most silly things made her happy. And it was a notebook and color pencils or pen. She could have had a gazillion, notebooks, a gazillion books, a gazillion notepads or pencils, color pencils, pens. And that was like the best gift you could ever give her. And she loves to write. She would write stories and she would write poems. And I was like, I think I'm seeing a future journalist here growing up.
And I tried to deny it as much as I could. I literally did everything against it. I've wanted to be so many things. I wanted to go into acting, which was like, hello? I wanted to do so many things, and it wasn't even something that occurred to me. Matter of fact, I don't even think I knew at the age of 6, like what it was to be a journalist. That was something that was heavily encouraged. And honestly, I didn't discover that I wanted to go into journalism until much later. I think I was in 8th or 9th grade that I was like, hey, like, she's right. I kind of love this. And it wasn't something that was pushed. It was just something that kind of came out of me. It was a long time coming. But, it's also a lesson that you don't need to know who you are from a very early age. It takes time. You can discover yourself as it doesn't matter. Just discover yourself. Discover who you are. Then it'll show who you are.
And then the art world came in, because I am not only an entrepreneur, but I love the arts. I love music. I love acting. I love, Broadway shows. I love paintings. I love reading, mysteries and, true stories and all that stuff. So I started introducing her to that world, to where we went to our first Broadway show, and that was Mamma Mia.
Dude, oh my goodness. That was like the beginning of a whole era for me. Okay, I never saw myself getting into arts, but now I'm just like obsessed with everything having to do with Broadway. I have my list of things, of Broadway shows that I would like to go see. Chicago, Romeo and Juliet, all those nice little shows, and also influenced by her. But I'm so glad that this is something that was brought into my life, because not only have I been able to notice the beauty within art, I've also been able to notice how happy it makes people. Because when you go to a show, everyone is excited, everyone's happy. It's a moment to resonate with people and see how this show resonates with you.
Then that took us to the arts. So she has learned about Dali and Picasso and Peter Max, Lebo, who we lost, I think about 2 years ago, but he was an amazing, upcoming Cuban painter from Miami, which was super adorable. And also, we've done, arts and craft and dancing. She's learned bachata, salsa, and a lot of history behind everything.
Yeah. I'm a history buff now, guys. Didn't know that would be me, but guess what it is?
And then she became a fashionista. This wasn't all me. It was actually all her, because when it comes to fashion, am not the best. I mean, I do love fashion. I go to fashion shows. I mean, the Met Gala is my dream. Just at least to see all those elegant people coming down the red carpet. However, I cannot comb my hair, wear makeup, or put an outfit together if my life depended on it. Now, that's her department. Name it, Prada, Louis, Gucci, she's the girl to go to. Makeup tips, she's the one to go to. Me, not so much. Leave me paperwork, legal, real estate, any other thing but that.
Honestly, fashion for me has become something that not only am I able to showcase my style, but I'm also able to be different within what I'm wearing. It's very difficult because sometimes at school there's not people who dress like that, or it's very difficult to kind of like showcase a style that's not often accepted. But it was also a lesson to me to just do it. People don't care that much about you sometimes. Like, just do it. Nobody is gonna like sit there and pick apart your outfit if they don't like it. Like, just, it is what it is. It literally is what it is.
Which it takes us to where we are today. You know, our podcast, Age Gap, was actually her idea. I loved it because to me, I'm old fashioned.
Never seen anything like this, that's for sure.
This is all new to me. Social media, all new to me. Being in the military for 24 years actually also kind of took me away from that because a lot of things we were not allowed to do. But, now I'm getting into it and it's with her help. And, it brings us to what we'll be doing, hopefully from now on, entertaining you guys and, asking for your opinion and kind of let you guys into our world, our experiences, our travels, our
endeavors. Listen, we go on some of the craziest and most like insane side quests. Sometimes like I'm just like in awe of what we're doing because it's not something that we ever plan. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a very good example. So we've been trying to go to Bok Towers for 10 years.
And that's a mission.
Okay, so her granddaughter comes into town. This was 10 years ago. And she goes, hey, I know this really nice place called Bok Towers. Let's go. We never went. All right, next summer. She goes, guys, we're going to go to Bok Towers this summer. It's been 9 summers.
That's it. Why do you make yourself like that?
Because she's pooped. And I have to bathe her.
All right.
Well,
enjoy your podcast.
Thank you.
You guys should really have a sign. Recording
Well, we're trying to. We're going to translate it in English and Spanish, too.
Is that what it's called, age gap?
Yes. This is actually my son that just interrupted.
Do you even know what she talks about?
What?
And this is our life, guys.
I had a word fart. Like, what?
A word fart. By the way, I don't know if she's actually going to cut this off, but this gives you a glimpse of what our life is on a daily basis.
Interrupted.
This is no lie. It's like 2 best friends from 2 different worlds, because she's Cuban and I'm Puerto Rican. From 2 totally different eras. I'm
backgrounds.
Old school. She's new school, like real new school.
Actually, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I have a question. So, what's the biggest difference in like our generations? Is in the sense of like, I mean, we've talked about this before about how like our fashion is now, your fashion is now coming back into my era. So, tell me about that.
You're talking about my fashion being now your fashion, and you guys being denial about that it used to be my fashion? That fashion you're talking about?
Whatever she thinks.
That's what we're talking about. So the 70s are actually back, even though these young guys won't admit it. But I was there before she was there. I had the Adidas, I had the Converse, I had the bell bottoms, I have the colorful, bows and, bright shirts and bright colors. And techno, let's not even talk about techno.
I'm so glad that you mentioned techno.
But I think we're pretty much are coming to the end of our first podcast, and we're going to have to leave you guys with a little thought.
Okay, so for the next podcast, we're going to be talking a lot more about hot takes and heartbreaks. For our next podcast, we really want to dig into some burning questions about us and definitely just other things that we want to talk about. And we're going to leave you guys with that. We absolutely love and appreciate you guys for joining us on our first podcast. But ciao for now.
And I want to thank you for sharing your time with us and allowing us to come into your world. And I'm glad you are interested in ours. So we will see you in our next podcast. And ciao for now.